Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to this week's episode of Tuesday Preppers, where we look at the in-game news for FFBE, see what kinds of stuff is coming our way to try and get ready for it in terms of like what kinds of killers and materia and abilities we can pick up in the game right now. And this week is an exciting one. We got a lot of fun stuff coming in the game as far as like upgrades and UI updates and things like that. But there's also lots of events to do. So let's go ahead and get into those and talk about them a little bit. The first one we're going to talk about here is the Aldor Tower Investigation. According to the wiki, the final boss of this is a machine. Now this is a box summon event, so you really want to take a really nice collection of bonus units and just kind of tear this thing up, get as many points and currency as you can so you can summon from the box and get all the rewards. And that's not gonna be too bad. It's a machine weak to fire and earth, and get up to 95,000 points to get all the good stuff. And it's going to talk about how there's a new filter for sorting out the anniversary JP units to try and find all the units that are going to fall into that category to give you bonus points. So that's cool. Notice it does not tell you who the bonus units are. They really want you to use this new feature, but we're gonna show you who the bonus units are. Okay. The next part of this is the Guardian's Barrel. It's an EX fight. It's daily you can do to get lots of more currency. It again is a machine with minus 20% lightning and 50% dark and earth weakness. So, earth is useful for both teams. Dark is useful for this one. Fire is useful for the first one. Take your pick, but maybe go with a nice earth team if you've got somebody who can do that for you. So there you go. Pretty cool. And that's gonna be done daily, so don't forget to do that every day. The next piece of content that we have, but also again machines, is the Advent of the Emperor. Now this is to get the upgrade materials for Rain. And you also want to make sure you clear at least level 4 of this just to unlock his elemental burst ability if you've got Dark Rain. I'm personally really excited about this because I get EX3 Dark Rain tomorrow in the Fragment Dungeon. Finally, I will have the Vision card, and it's cool that it's coming just in time for me to get to play with Dark Rain here a little bit. That sounds like fun, playing with Dark Rain. But yeah, you can get his crowns to upgrade his abilities. Speaking of his abilities, here's what he's getting. His one and only ruler ability goes up to boost damage of certain abilities by 150x, certain LBs by 90x, and boost fire resistance and enable certain abilities for the caster. Kind of nice. And then his Warring Spirit gets upgraded to give him 2000 magic. In addition to filling his LB gauge, he's also getting a leader skill. He's also getting upgraded abilities for Tyrannical Force and Dark Suppression. So I'm excited about all that because I've never really used Dark Rain to clear anything. So it'll be fun to start being able to use an upgraded version of him at EX3 tomorrow. Pretty cool. Now, what's neat about this fight is that it looks to be like a rerun of, or like a reskin of the Dark Rain content that we had back about a year ago. And it's the Wicked Weapon. It's a dragon demon. So we're going to talk about getting some demon killer tonight to try and use some new units to take out an older trial, which is kind of fun. The boss has a 20% dark weakness, and it tells you that you can use the anniversary JP units only if you look at the wiki. Now, if you're looking at the wiki, you've already seen the chart that I'm about to pop up and show you who the JP anniversary units are. But these are units that are going to be useful for this event as well as the box summon event to get bonus currency. So take a look here. This is a list of all the JP anniversary units. So we got the new unit, Deosis, mid, and then a couple of NVAs, Draconian Princess Fina, Infernal Fire Rain, and Untamed Wolf Adele. Some other units that can be used, Knights of Grand Shelt, all the return units, Dark Rain himself, Laswell and Reagan, Cleome and Axstar, Dark Fina and Soul, Rain and Fina. So all those tag team units, including Charlotte and Phasalis, the free Neovisions unit, and then all the Esper units as well. So right off the bat, I can tell you for me personally, EX3, Fina, Fire Rain, Wolf Adele, Charlotte and Phasalis, and then for me, Dark Rain tomorrow, but I've also got Knights of Grand Shelt. So for me, a bonus team is very, very easy using the top 3 Esper units because they are NVAs. You can get EX3 of those very easily and fill out your bonus team very, very easily. Obviously, if you pull for Deosis, you're going to have 20% more per slot. But all these are 30% bonus currency, so might as well use them. And especially if they're NVAs, you can get those pretty nicely. But there's also some units in here that are going to help you with, doing the event. Deosis does dark, Dark Rain does dark, Dark Vina and Soul do some nice, some nice buffs. Charlotte and Vasalis can tag team chain for you. Reagan's Lastwell and Reagan is a decent capper, and all the return units do nice imperils and chaining and stuff like that. So some nice options here for this event. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be fun. We'll have some fun with it. The other piece of content that we're getting is Dark Lineage. Now, there's not a ton of information on the wiki yet about Dark Lineage. Chapter 1, if you click on the link, doesn't really take you to anything. But I can assume, kind of looking at the pictures, we are probably dealing with human enemies. So, want to focus on getting you some human killer. The good news is we've talked about human killers so much lately that I don't feel like we need to talk about it again. There it is. So we know we're getting some machine enemies. We know we're getting a beast or a demon enemy and a dragon enemy that are the same enemy. So let's talk a little bit about how to get some of those killers. And we'll start with machines. Now, I feel like we have also done machine a lot lately, so I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it. Doulahan, we've killed how many times? Raging Tempest, Mechanic for the Royal Family, all the near unit stuff, Valued Memories, Last Guardian, lots of really good TMRs and STMRs for machine killer. This is a really common killer, nothing too much that we're worrying about. Go do something. Dragon is similarly really common. For trials, you can do the Apollo Harp, Ashura's Rod, Dragon Killer Plus from either Trial of the Dragon King or the new Dark Dragon trial in the 12 types. You could also go after Octoman within the 12 types for Dragon Eater Sense. Lots of good TMRs and STMRs as well. These are all magical ones, so here's the physical ones. Dark Lord from Scorn of the Sworn 8. That's on there as well. And then, of course, the Dragon Killer Plus is from Trial of the Dragon King, the Recipe from Eternal Summit, Dragon Eater Sense, Dark Dragon, all the same stuff for physical. There's just a couple other ones that are not magical. And then finally, Demon, which is where we're going to spend our time tonight. We just did Demon last week, getting ready for Clash of Wills. So you could do Crucifying Coercion again, Mask of Ashura again, but you could also go after Belphegor in the 12 types for Demon Killer Plus, the recipe for it. You could go after Gloomwing in the 12 types for the Demon Eater Sense. So lots and lots of information you could do. You could do Force Mysterian from Lunera, of course. So lots of ways you can do it. We're going to show Belphegor, though, tonight using a new team of, some advanced units. But we're going to take advantage of some new stuff, new units to help us tank the fight and take very little damage. So let's go ahead and roll over there. I'll show you where we're going to get to. Where are we going to get to that? We're going to go into the Vortex. It's in the 12 types, so it's under Nemesis, 12 types, and we're going to go after Belphegor. So Belphegor is a demon enemy, and if we look at the strategy Moogle, it says that he's going to, we want to keep our dark resistance raised. He absorbs earth attacks, so we need to be sure that we are not imbued with earth before we hit him, which is annoying because he does apply earth to you on specific turns. He does gradual and fractional HP based damage, so you want to make sure you have mitigations in place for to deal with all the fixed damage you're doing. You want to make sure you have your instant death resistance raised for your tank or your provoker. Lots of stuff to deal with. So we're going to go ahead and get into this and look at the challenges. So 15 turns or less, party of 5 or less, no items allowed, and you just complete the quest to get Demon Killer Plus. This is also going to get you Plant Eater Sense if you've got it, if you don't have it yet. So kind of nice. We're not going to take a friend companion, and we're going to take this team. So I'll go ahead and pop up the gear camera so you can see what we're talking about. Here we go. We're going to start with Abigail. Abigail is geared for dark resistance. We've got 400% dark resistance or more. That way, when the boss imperils her at 300%, she doesn't take any damage from dark damage. She's still going to take fixed damage and stuff like that, but not that big a deal. Mine also happens to have physical evasion. So here's how we've got her geared: Demon Shield, her own STMR and TMR, Dancer's Crown, Dark Lord Armor, Blizzard Orb for death immunity. That way she doesn't die from the instant death attack, and then just lots of dark resistance. Got dark resistance on the card as well. Cool. We've also got Tsukiko here, geared pretty normal. I've got some auto buffs in the base form, and then the shift form just geared for damage, evocation damage. She's got all the evo damage she needs. That's kind of the most important thing, and then just as high stats as I could. Vaughn we've got here for fire imperil and fire support, doing a little bit of damage. I've got him geared for Demon Killer, but you know, he really does not contribute that much to the fight. He doesn't even have all that much, or even LB damage buff, LB damage boost, you know, whatever. He's just kind of here for breaks and Demon Killer. Not that important in terms of doing damage, but the imperils and the, sorry, not Demon Killer, the imperils, very useful for this fight. Roberta's here for a couple things. One, chaining and doing damage. Two, she also removes Earth Imbue if we need it, and we will need it, so that's good. She removes that for us, and then also re-imbues us with fire. So I've got her geared for damage here in the base form. Shift form, I don't, her build doesn't really matter. She's going to spend one turn there. She doesn't take any damage. It's not that big a deal. So there you go. And then our Cleome is going to carry the fight really, really well, doing most of the damage and taking out this boss. So we've got all of our gear laid into her. Got the same build in both forms. She gears really naturally for Demon Killer, and she's going to be good to go. So just do the same build in both forms, and yeah. She's also got HP and MP restore. Well, any units that can afford it have HP and MP restore. In fact, you could theoretically put that on Vaughn somewhere, because he runs out of MP really easily. But you know, whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it and show you this fight. We're gonna get it done in 5-6 turns. Not this one. Come on. Show you the actions as well, and we'll get into this. Okay, so I made a mistake and we're redoing the fight. I'm just cut that part out real quick. So we're right back to the beginning. Here we go. And we're going to start with Roberta. We're going to do Inferno support. Actually, we'll go ahead and do this in this form. We're going to do Inferno support and Emissary. There we go. Tsukiko is going to do Omamori, Fire Imbue, Fire Support, or Fire Field. Vaughn is going to Oil. And Cleome is going to, in the shift form, do Prodigious Slayers and Gallant Crescendo. There we go. Abigail is just going to Contingency, Cover, and Veil. Cleome's just going to hit the boss. There you go. For the base form. In this one, we're going to do 2 Mystics and a Mega Breath. We're going to shift up and use 3 uses of her Fire skill. Vaughn is going to chain a little bit. And Cleome is going to use her shifted LB to start powering up. Abigail is going to, honestly, at this point, we're just going to break. We're going to use both of her breaks. And she could cover if she wanted to. Go ahead and send all these chainers. There we go. Very good. We're going to use her regular LB here. Put up Weapon Imperils just to help us out. And then we're also going to use Dragon's Fury. That's going to give everybody an LB damage buff. Tsukiko is going to just use Magic Boost Plus. Vaughn is going to use My Brother's Gone, Flaming Smash, why not? And we're going to use 2 Crescendos and a Scarlet Sharp Note. There we go. We're on turn 4, so we're going to use our big SLB for even bigger weapon imperils. And Roberta is going to quad chain. Tsukiko is going to use Blazing Karmic. Vaughn is going to use his regular Limit Burst. Cleome is going to use her base LB. And we're just going to send all our chainers at once and hopefully do a nice big chunk of damage. Very nice chunk of damage. Okay, boss just imbued us with Earth, so we have to deal with that. Roberta is going to triple. She's going to use Dragon's Blood to get rid of the Earth imbue, and then Inferno Breath to put it back on us, and then just use Mega Breath to keep her quad cast unlocked. There we go. Now we are also dispelled, so we're going to, with Abigail, start covering again and re-break the boss. That way, if we don't kill the boss this turn, she's covering the damage. Okay. Go ahead and use Gallant Crescendo, chaining with Vaughn's SLB, and Tsukiko's Firestorm. And hopefully do, you know, hopefully get him done here. If not, we're going to be really close. There you have it. If we were not, if the boss was not dead at this point, Abigail would be able to cover because we put cover back up. And that would get you all of the rewards for that one. We got it within 15 turns, didn't use any items, and party of 5 or less. All right, there we go. Give you a breakdown of the damage just so you can see it. Cleome did 13 billion casually, you know. Tsukiko still rocking it. Roberta still rocking it. Vaughn is there. There you go. So hopefully that gets you some gear that you can use and helps you with getting ready for Demon Killer once again. And hopefully you're excited about all the other stuff that's coming along with this update. You know, updates to True Dual Wield and some free pulls and stuff like that. Maybe you're excited about leader skills. We've kind of talked leader skills to death, so no need to really dig into all that right now. In the meantime, hopefully you come out on Thursday where we're going to start playing through the Dark Lineage event and do all the other stuff as well. Maybe have some fun with different clears for the Dark Rain Crown fights. Hopefully get all the stuff done for the Dark Rain Crown fights because I'm excited to use my EX3 Dark Rain tomorrow. Yay! But yeah, come out and check us out over on Twitch, 9 p.m. Central Time on Thursday when all the new content stuff is out. And we'll have some fun with it. Hang out and chat and visit and just be a fun little community. Until then, take care of each other, be good to each other, and go get you some demon, dragon, and machine killer.